Hello.
Hi everybody, welcome.
I'm always like way off camera.
It's okay.
Hiding in the corner.
It works. We're here anyway. So my name is Karen.
And I'm Jamie.
Our company is Quaint and Creative with Jamie and
It
Karen.
is.
So we love to paint furniture and we repurpose old items. We make them new again and beautiful.
Yes,
we just bring life to things that people don't think have any life left in them, and it's just really fun. We have a lot of techniques and fun things that we want to share with you in the future. So we are on part 2 of this dresser.
Yes.
And we are blending this dresser.
Yeah, so the last time when we ended, we actually did a lot, but this is where we ended with the big blobs of color that are blended.
So this was across all the drawers.
Yeah, it was the whole dresser front.
Yeah, when we ended. So I've worked on these 2 sections and I've started to bring those up. Started to blend in more of the soft colors. And we're going to do a close-up tonight of me blending so you can really see how I add the colors.
And how we got to this point.
In.
Correct?
So this dresser is for my granddaughters, for Jamie's 2 little girls, for Kate and Charlotte. And it's not quite what Jamie envisioned.
No, but I love it, but it's just not what I had pictured in my head.
But it's not what she pictured. So
but it's okay. And that's kind of...
For me, that's not okay. I want it to be the way she envisioned it.
I don't even know, I was just telling her, I don't even know what it is that isn't what I envisioned, if that makes sense. Like, I don't even know what to pinpoint to say this is wrong or whatever. Like, I just don't know. So I think we should just keep going because
I want it to be the way she wants it. So we may have to make adjustments to this later. I don't know.
But I also feel like we should just keep going because it's at that point where it's like
not quite
at
sure.
a scary point like this. Because obviously you don't want it to look like, I mean, I guess you could have it look like that. But
we wouldn't.
I wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't either.
But
this is just the undercoating.
It probably was just like the creative process is kind of what I'm thinking. We'll see.
Let's see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah.
We may have to make a bunch of color adjustments and change some things for her.
But
we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like part of the fun of art.
Yes.
And I'll say it's fun just because I don't mind a challenge. And if something's not quite right, I want to help people get it to where they want it.
Yes.
So, I mean, and yes, she's my daughter-in-law, and I could just say, hey, like it or leave it, whatever.
Like it,
but I would never do that. And it's for me, I even enjoy more painting for family, and especially for my grandbabies. It's just so fun.
Well, and I just keep thinking of like, you know, that big tall hutch that you have that you just kept putting color on because it just wasn't quite right.
Yes.
That's kind of how I'm feeling right now, but I just don't know what it is. And I remember you saying that too. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what it needs.
Yeah, I did a hutch a while back, and it was my vision for it was like a piece that came out of Cinderella's castle.
And you reached that.
Yeah, it goes up. Yeah, it goes
Yeah.
up in my living room, and my living room is where I put all of my Disney dolls. I collect them.
Yes.
So I needed this piece of furniture to be like magical and have a certain look. And I will tell you, I went over and then I'd get it to where I thought I liked it. And I'm like, this still is not right. And I'd start blending again. This is a big piece.
It's huge.
So I get what she's saying, that something just isn't quite right. I think when we are creating, that is always a problem, is we see something, we want it to be a certain way, and then it's not.
Well, then you also don't want to, if you see inspiration, you want to like completely replicate it. I guess you can if you want, but
yeah.
I don't. I mean, I found we had an inspiration piece and I didn't want to totally replicate it because it had a lot of this dark
Too much green.
And I don't want the green to be the focal point. But then I'm like, oh, are we getting too like back to like the baby colors again? But it's also a lot lighter too than it will be once we varnish. So I don't know. It's hard to tell.
It really is hard to say. So we're just going to keep going. Yeah. So I'm going to be working on this part and blending.
I'll do the ends while she's doing this.
Yeah, we're going to zoom in so you're going to be able to see a little bit closer what I'm doing. If you hop on live, please say hi to us so we know you're here.
And say hi if you are watching the replay.
The
we want to see who's watching, and we're so just
curious
who's here. So.
And we will answer any questions that are asked, even on replays and everything. We'll go back and answer questions. And so we just look forward to this whole process and helping everybody learn how to do their pieces. So I'm using DIY paint. It's Debbie's Design Diary paint, and it's a clay-based paint, so it sticks to everything. The colors are very richly pigmented. Until they are sealed, you can basically wash them off with water, and so they will reactivate when we spray water on them.
Yes.
This is going to stay pretty solid right now because it had some bleed through. If you remember last class or last live, we had to spray it with shellac because we were having bleed through from the old wood. And so this is pretty stuck, you know.
It's pretty
shiny and it's shellacked really
Yes.
good. We had this place just fuming with
It was bad.
shellac. It was pretty bad. The whole rest of the night, my husband's like, I'm getting a headache, and I'm like, oh yeah, you should have been in the room.
It was bad.
Anyway, all right. Well, I'm gonna get started.
Yeah, let's get started. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you guys can see what she's doing. You won't be able to see us really, but that's okay. You'll see her hands. So I think that's a good. Do you feel like that's a good?
I think that's good.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's focused mostly on these 3 drawers, but.
Okay, so the colors that I'm using, let's see. Oh, that's me. And going this way. Okay, so I'm using white, and I've got my big tray. I'm just gonna put it in my big tray so that I can sit and dip back and forth. Okay, so I'm gonna be using a lot of white. If I can get it out of the jar.
Okay, I'm just gonna pull this up on our page so I can see. Okay. Oh yeah, that looks good. That's a good.
Okay, so my jar is clogged, so sorry about that. We gotta unclog.
Okay,
these
and I'm
really
gonna go over
quick.
here and get my paints going as well. I should have these.
Okay, so I'm going to be using, I'll be using a lot of white and a lot of pink. So I'm going to use beadboard and petticoat pink. And then I'll have a little bit of water lily that I'll be mixing in. A little bit of mint chip, which is our really light green. And then I don't think I'll be using any of the dark green again, so I think that's probably all I need. And for right now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the French tip brush, so I can get smaller sections as I'm blending. Now I could do it with a large brush, but I just think it'll be easier with this smaller brush.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to spritz it because I need a little bit of water to move my paint around.
Do we put coral on this end?
No, it doesn't have any coral yet, I don't think.
Maybe it's the coral.
Is it?
I don't know.
Well, we're going to have to figure it out. All right, so is that
'Cause I
this
love
drawer?
this.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to just start adding the pink here. Pretty heavy with the pink, but I say heavy because I'm putting it in quite a few spots, but it's still semi-transparent.
Shoot, I need a brush
Okay.
or a bottle. A water girl.
All right, so there's some pink on there. I'm going to add in a little bit of white, and I've kind of been concentrating the white on the center since they curve out. And then coming over here, I don't want just solid pink, and I'm just using the same brush. I'm just using a dirty brush. I'm just going to keep building with these colors, and I tend to just kind of wipe them around it as I'm using the colors so that I carry the color everywhere. Maybe a little bit of green over here. And when I first put that color on is when it's going to show the most. So wherever I set my brush down at the very beginning, it's going to show the very most. And then I'm blending it out. So there's quite a bit of pink there. Using soft pressure again. Okay. All right, we're going to go down. I think I need you to go a little lower now because I'm going to go down to this one. Okay, so I've got the pink going again.
Okay, you're on that one now.
Okay, I'm going to pull in some blue here. Drag it out over here. Really light pressure here so that this starts to blend in with the pink. Going to go in with a little white. Right down through that blue. Don't want any straight lines.
Hey, Jen.
Hi, Jen. Happy to have you here.
Always.
Yes, we sure appreciate you supporting us.
My,
It feels good to know that we've got somebody live. It's just a
Not
nice
just
thing.
talking to ourselves. Even if you don't stay, it's all right.
That's part of building the business, and we're having a good time doing it, I'll tell you
Jen
that.
said hello.
How's our little Jackson?
He's so cute.
Little cake eater.
He's
So darling.
I'm not good at this part. This
Yes,
is
you
hard
are.
for
Just
me.
keep
Why is
blending.
this hard for me?
Just keep blending, James. Okay, so again, I'm building up a lot of pink. I'm going to add some more white on here. I still see my blues through here. I see a little bit of green. I'm mostly seeing the mint green now, not as much of the Fancy Farm Girl as we had before. And that may have been what was throwing Jamie off, is that dark green, because it was dark.
It could have been. I don't know.
So we'll see when this part gets covered if she's liking it better. But
yeah,
I
and
do.
it's so weird because like
Okay.
I just can't put my finger on what it is. It's like so weird for me because normally I'm like, oh no, I don't like.
She's actually usually spot on to what she can tell
Well, and
what's
when you were
going
doing
on.
your hutch, like we were talking about, I was like, oh, you need more this here,
Mhm.
like, and I can usually tell, but this one, I don't know why I'm struggling so much. I just am.
Probably because it's for the girls.
Maybe, and I
We're
think
being picky.
I really want it to be girly, but also I want it to grow with them.
Yes,
So like,
that makes sense. Okay, I think I'm going to be off again.
are you gonna go down?
Yep.
Oh, good. I'm glad, Jen.
We might have to lower the.
Okay.
Oh, can you
No,
tilt
I
it?
got it.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to go on again here in the middle.
There's my big forehead on the screen.
Getting that pink on. Okay. And drag it right down across here. And that water's beating up on this because it's the
Oh yeah.
the shellac. We had to put so much on. That's kind of funny. It's important to stay over here on these edges and keep these the strokes going in the right direction. I'm gonna add a little bit of blue there and pull it out. A little bit less there, up and down on there. Drag very softly. Get rid of all those brush strokes. All right. Now I'm using this pointed brush again, and it more brush. So when I'm ready for it to be smoother, I can take my clean brush in, my flat brush, and I can just go right across it and get rid of all of those funny little brush strokes and just dry brush it. Okay, we're gonna get some of the mint chip up here. And these are all such light colors that without being right here, you guys may think I'm putting on the exact same color over and over again, but I'm not. I can see each color individually, so I'll just drag that across, that pretty pink. You can see a lot of colors through here. We're gonna add white right here. We don't want anything to look like white, but by adding white to these pastel colors, we're getting just different values, and it's ending up very, very pretty.
Yeah, it's looking gorgeous, and I love the way it looks. It's just like, I don't know,
It's not quite
so
what
weird.
she was thinking though, so
But it's
gonna-
okay. I
we'll
mean, it
figure
doesn't.
it out.
That's also kind of part of creating as well. Is like
Yes.
you don't always have to have exactly what you planned on.
Well, so there's a bunch of artists on Facebook, and they have creative clubs, and you join. It's a membership fee monthly, and you can learn their different styles and processes. And I'm doing one right now, and today we were doing abstracts. Oh my goodness, you guys.
It wasn't that bad.
Oh, it was that bad. It was terrible. It was an awful painting. And I had it, pictured in my mind how to do it, but boy, nope, just was not happening. So I kept telling my brain, make it look like this, and I just couldn't do it. Okay, can you bring me up to this top drawer now?
Yep.
So I'm just starting with the pink on the top drawer, just like I did on these other three.
Sorry, guys.
And just
Trying to
kind of
move you
pulling
as-
it across. You about lose them?
I'm trying to lose them move them as little as possible, but
Get some of the water
it's not
lily
really
up
working
here.
out to the way I
Oh,
want.
it's so hard to move the camera, but that's okay. We're good.
Let's see.
They're not going anywhere.
There we go.
Get
Okay.
some
Hopefully that wasn't too much motion.
mint right here. Mint right there. I'm gonna drag it down on that drawer beneath it. Let's go in with some pink up here across this fancy farm girl, and I'm just dragging it, and those bristle marks from the brush, they are pulling the paint enough that I can still see some of that green, and that's what I want. So the brush strokes, whereas some people may not like them, it's the bristles that are giving us the opportunity to be able to see the colors underneath. Okay, and I'm just very lightly going over it to kind of smooth out some of those. Okay, so this drawer, this is looking quite pretty. I like this with the blues.
I like that.
I mean, I've got to build it up some more.
Come look at this really quickly.
Okay,
I know we're live, but
it's all right.
I want you to come see my.
And I think we
My
can
end.
we could probably zoom back out so they can kind of watch. Oh, it's looking very pretty.
Does that look
Jane.
okay?
Yes. I think you need to be adding some white in if you want it to match, but if you want it to stay darker, then just don't put the white in.
Okay.
See, look at the difference in the front to the side. But it's because I've been adding white.
Yeah.
But it's pretty with the dark ends.
Well,
It doesn't.
yeah, I was kind of wondering.
Yeah, they don't. It doesn't need to be all the same. In fact, I like it when there's a little bit of contrast.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to zoom us just back out now, and then they can watch me just as I build this?
Yep.
Okay.
So now
Okay, so now that you've watched me do a lot of that fine blending, now I'm just going to keep building, and I want you to be able to see this dresser change a little bit as we're building these layers up.
Out. Okay. Sorry, here I am. Big forehead right in your face for a minute.
Okay. Add a little blue right
Okay,
here.
I think that's good. What do you guys think?
Get some more pink on.
Okay.
And I'm just stepping back and looking at it. I'm kind of looking over here on this one and over on this side. I want it to, you know, go together, but not like it's not. I'm not trying to match it perfect. I have pink and white in my brush for that. This little application here. I'm gonna just drag that across. Okay. Get some mint up here and white with the mint. That's pretty. Just kind of cleaning my brush off on these columns, just keeping interest in them, kind of keeping the colors moving around. And I'm going to have Jamie start looking at this with us here in a minute, and I want her to kind of start saying, okay, you know what, I want a little more pink there, I want a little more white, whatever it is she wants.
Which I don't even know.
Even though she has no idea what